A big welcome to Ireland. Minnesota Vikings quarterback Carson Wentz. Carson, just first off, how excited are you for the historic first ever game in Dublin this weekend?
Yeah, pretty exciting, pretty obviously surprising. Been a quick about month for me, just going from being at home to now playing, now coming overseas and all the things that go along with it. So exciting for me, exciting for this group. It's always, there's always so many layers to traveling overseas to play. But my one time doing it, I enjoyed it. It was fun to get around the guys, kind of change it up, do something fun, and the fan support overseas has been really cool to see, and so I look forward to seeing it here in Ireland.
First time in Ireland as well for you. Have you heard much about our sporting heritage? Have you ever heard about the island at all? Has anybody ever told you anything about us?
Not a ton, other than I know the golf's great. So big fan of that. Look forward to coming back to hopefully play some golf one day. But I know as much as I can, but I don't know a ton.
I can't wait to see Croke Park on Sunday because it's a Gaelic sports stadium, and for a lot of us it's iconic. So we look forward to that. You moved to North Dakota at the age of 3 years of age, and I seen it all go viral last week. Carson Wentz, boyhood Vikings fan, that image of you as a child in the Vikings jersey. What did it mean to you to run out on the US Bank Stadium's field and play for your boyhood team?
Yeah, it meant a lot. It's one of those things, this is my 10th year in the National Football League. It's one of those things you kind of forget about, those kind of boyhood dreams, those little things that you bounce around from team to team, you kind of forget about those, but it definitely had the emotions running high last week, running out there, starting for the team I used to grow up cheering for every single Sunday. We'd go to church and we'd come home and we'd watch the Vikings. That's just what we did as a family, and from as early as I can remember, that's what we did. So going to games, all the things, it definitely was special last week getting a chance to do that, and it helped coming out with a win.
Well, you're putting that very lightly, coming out with a win. You had a stormer of a game, like the whole team had a stormer of a game. What was that like with the crowd behind you? And I was watching that last week at home going, this Vikings team on both sides of the ball looks stout, man.
It was a ton of fun. Like I said, I had a ton of fun, just the personal experience for me, but coming out there, going right down and scoring, and then the defense doing their thing and getting us a couple touchdowns as well. Next thing you know, you looked up and you're up by a couple scores, and it happens quick. So when the defense plays like that and we're playing at home and the fans are behind us, there's nothing better.
Kevin O'Connell. You've had a few head coaches throughout the last few years. How different is he, and what makes him stand out for you as a head coach?
Yeah, he's been great. I think I've only been here a month now. I'm not even sure if it's been a month, but it's somebody I've had a ton of respect for from afar. Ever since I saw him get the head job not too long ago in Minnesota, and big reason why I wanted to come here this offseason. And so I think just the way he sees the game, his understanding, his ability to lead, I think is unique, and I think he does it really well and understands from a player's perspective kind of this game and just the schedules and all the things that go into what we deal with, and I think you see that firsthand in my brief time being here, and so it's been fun to kind of just see him go through the game week and how he calls plays, how he sees things, and I look forward to seeing more of that.
I had a chance to go to training camp in August and seen a good bit of the offense and some of the characters that are there, obviously Justin Jefferson, TJ as well. Obviously, when you're only in for a few weeks, how easy is it to gel with those guys? Because it looks very, very good so far. And what's it like just being with those guys and spending time with them?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun for one. It's been quick, trying to be a quick learner of these guys, both on and off the field. But when we have the talent like we have, like you mentioned a couple of them, but there's even more. There's a lot of depth at the receiver position. There's a lot of things. That makes my job easy. I think they do such a great job. There's not a lot I need to do. I just need to make sure I'm on the same page as them, and so they've been tremendous to work with, getting to know them as well. Really the whole team, and so it's been fun. But like I said, the skill positions we have make my job easy so far.
The Vikings are a team that are very open and happy to playing internationally, and that's something that we are very grateful for here. Obviously, you're going over to London next week as well, a game that will be on Virgin Media next week. Are you aware of the significance of this game for us? So, for example, in '97 we had a pre-season game, and it's been, nearly 30 years, and there's thousands of fans on this island that are going to see you run on Sunday. Have you talked about that, and are you aware of just how big a moment this is for so many people?
To some extent, yeah. I'd be lying if I said we knew to the full extent of it.
Yeah.
Everybody's so, we're sleeping on a plane. There's so many layers to this. But I think come Sunday, we'll all be ready. And like you mentioned, Croke Park, I think we're all excited to see what that brings. I know when I played at Wembley about 7 years ago, that was I wasn't sure what to think, and I walked out of there like that was a ton of fun, you know. And so I just think another opportunity like that for me personally and for these guys, I think it'll mean a lot. And just to see fan support, it's easy to see in the States, you know. That's normal. Football is obviously larger than life over there to some extent, but to see it in other countries has been pretty cool. Especially as I've gotten older in this game, I got to see a lot. It's pretty cool.
76,000 fans on Sunday. Just finally from me, I have to be amiss if I don't ask this question. I ask different quarterbacks this question. Quarterbacks mentoring, and you've obviously got a young quarterback in that QB room in JJ McCarthy who can't play this weekend. How have you found working with him so far, and as a mentor as well, supporting him develop his role with the Vikings?
Absolutely. That was, the second I signed here, I knew I was coming to help a very talented young player, and someone I've had respect for, but didn't know a lot about, and so I think it's been fun getting to know him. He's young, and so we're trying to help in any way I can, and so obviously the injury's super unfortunate. I've dealt with my fair share as well, so from last year now, another one for him as well, but great kid. It's been fun getting to know him and just trying to help him out however I can, and he's helped me as well. Just trying to learn this offense as quick as I can, so it's been a fun relationship for sure.
Carson Wentz, thank you very much, sir.
Appreciate it. God bless.
Thank you.